Are there any changes with respect to the techniques or the tips and tricks with respect to the PTE listening module? Earlier I used to have a very good listening score, but seems like my scores are coming down. What are the old techniques that have to be replaced by the new techniques? Well, if you're wondering, then trust me, this is that video which explains the difference between the old trick that is not working and the new trick that is working that you should adopt for a better score in your PTE listening module. All you got to do is make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul from Skills PTE Academic. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another video. Today's video is all about the old tricks that used to work and now not working, and the new tricks that you need to implement in your exam to have a very good PTE listening score. Before we get into the video, if not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, and anytime you need online assistance, you can WhatsApp us to the number appearing at the bottom. I'll be there, we will be there to help you, guide you in the right direction. By the way, it's a paid assistance. Fine guys, so without a further delay, let's quickly start. Let me just share my screen. PTE listening, yes of course, score 90 out of 90. The new tricks versus the old tricks. What are the new tricks and what are the old tricks that needs some replacement? Let's quickly start. First thing first, the modules that contribute marks towards your PTE listening. Repeat sentence. 30 to 33 marks from repeat sentence you get to your listening and speaking separately. Retell lecture, these days 2 retell lectures are coming, so you cannot ignore them. This contributes 6 to 8 marks towards your listening and speaking separately. Summarize spoken text, 2 are coming these days, so 6 to 8 marks from summarized spoken text towards your listening and writing separately. Listening fill in the blanks, 2 to 3 questions, 12 to 15 marks towards your listening and writing as well from this module. Highlight incorrect words, 2 or 3 questions will be there, 12 to 15 marks towards your listening and reading. And last one, write from dictation, 3 or 4 questions, on an average 30 to 35 to 40 or 45, depending on 3 or 4 questions that you get. This module contributes towards your listening and writing separately. So if we consider only listening, then repeat sentence, retell lecture, summarize spoken text, listening, fill in the blank, highlight incorrect words and write from dictation. So in these 6 modules, what are the tricks that used to work before and now not working anymore, and what are the new tricks that needs to be applied? Let's get into each one of them. The first thing first, repeat sentence. Old trick. Yes, they are not much bigger changes, but I am gonna help you with the new tricks that still work, and the old trick as well working, but there is a small twist. Pay more attention. Old trick was to speak fluently, don't worry about the content. Correct? You listen to an audio and then start speaking. If you fumble, you lose marks. That was a old trick. Speak at least 60%. Pearson says if you speak 50 to 60% of the audio, let's say the content is matching 50 to 60% only, you still will get full marks provided you are fluent. This was the old trick which is still working. Don't fumble and all those things which we knew. What is the new trick? The new trick is nothing but speak the first half, a lengthy sentence. Don't have to speak everything, speak the first half. So what is the difference between the old and the new? So in the previous one, speak at least 60%. We used to pick few phrases in the first part, few phrases in the middle, few phrases in the end, a lengthy sentence of 10 words. But here we will just speak the first half clearly with a crisp clarity, fluency being top notch, no fumbling. You still will get full marks. The first half or first 60%, just listen to first half and don't listen to the rest even. That's the new trick. You listen to the full audio, that's where you will be trapped. Listen to only first 60% and just speak fluently, man. No issues at all. Correct? Apply the above trick only to those which are lengthy. This is the new thing. See, for a very shorter sentence, let's say the word count is only 5. A small audio, a very small audio, only 5 words are there. In that you speak 3 words, it will not work. Pay more attention. It's only 5 words. First of all, data is this much. On that you are giving this much of data. Don't do those mistakes. See, apply this above trick. Speak first half or speak first 60%. Only to those which are lengthy. How do I know if it is lengthy or not? There is a mathematics involved. Before the audio begins, there will be beginning in 3, 2, 1 or beginning in 2, 1. There, right, the moment the audio begins, just see the below bar. There will be 2 bars, one for the audio, one for you. Here it says beginning in 6 seconds. If it says beginning in 6 seconds, microphone will begin in 6 seconds, meaning audio is for 5 seconds. It says beginning in 4 seconds, audio is for 3 seconds. 3 seconds audio will be done, 4th second you have to start speaking, the microphone will be on. So, if the below box, there are 2 boxes in the repeat sentence, correct. The below box, if it says beginning in 5 seconds, it gonna be a lengthy audio, means 4 seconds audio will be played, 1 second delay and then you start speaking. Beginning in 6 seconds, audio will be even more lengthier. Beginning in 4 seconds, 3-second audio, man, small audio. Beginning in 3 seconds, 2-second audio. So, with this you will know in advance whether the audio is lengthy or a short audio. Apply this speak first 60%, first half only to the lengthy ones. There will be 10 sentences, 6 or 5 to 6 will be very short. Do not apply any tricks. He went to the forest with all the courage. Speak fuller. He went to forest. Do not do that. Do not do that mistake. First of all, the audio is very short. On top of that, you are breaking and giving this much of the data. Software will not be able to judge you because you have given less data. Apply this the first half or the 50-60% rule only for the lengthy ones. The smaller ones speak perfectly. That is where you gain more confidence. That is where you give better data to the software, which judges you based on what you speak. So, there will be 5 to 6 smaller ones, speak them perfectly. Lengthy ones is where you can play around with first half or first 60%, listen and just speak. Rest do not even listen. So, every day when you practice, practice for clarity, practice for fluency, not for the content. Every day I am practicing, I am not able to give 100% content. Lot of people tell me. When I tell them, perhaps you are practicing a bigger mathematical problem with being 1 plus 1 is equal to 3, then how things will work? So, if you are practicing for content, there will be no progression, no changes in the exam scores. You need to practice for fluency and clarity. Should not happen. Not even one extra pause. It should be crisp and clear, content not a priority. In this way you practice. I will just show you with 2 examples. Just listen to this. One moment. Ready?
In the heart of the forest, ancient trees.
That's it. In the heart of the forest, ancient trees. In the heart of the forest, ancient trees. Click next, move on. You will get full marks. On the other hand, what people do?
In the heart of the forest, ancient trees guarded nature's deepest secrets.
In the heart of the nature's secret guard of the forest, they feel like throwing out the laptop, mouse, everything, or hit that person right next to you who is shouting at the top of his voice. Correct, right? You have felt it, right? At least I felt when this happened in the repeat sentence, when I am not able to speak, other person is shouting. Like, go and hit that guy. Correct, right? So, this is what happens when you listen to fuller. Do not listen to full audio. That is the trick. Listen again.
In the heart of the forest, ancient trees.
In the heart of the forest, ancient trees. This is what you need to listen, but I will play full, but try to listen only 60%.
In the heart of the forest, ancient trees guarded nature's deepest secrets.
In the heart of the forest, ancient trees guarded nature's deepest secret. Well, there are few people who can speak perfectly. For them, no rules, no tips and tricks required. But I am concerned for those who do not have that ability to speak 100%, then it's okay, let's accept. I can't speak, then let me speak at least 60% perfectly. That means listen to only 60%. You listen full, here pav bhaji masala happens, you cannot speak, everything is mixed up. Listen to 60% and speak perfectly, you will get the marks. Hope you are getting it. Don't even listen to the rest, that is the trick. The next one.
Sir Isaac Newton inspired millions with his wisdom.
Sir Isaac Newton inspired. Don't do this. Sir Isaac Newton inspired millions with his wisdom. Or Sir Isaac Newton inspired millions wisdom. Sir Isaac Newton inspired with wisdom. Try to complete this because it's a very short audio. I will give you another example why for a shorter sentence you should not speak only 50%. The fluency. Sir Isaac Newton inspired millions with his wisdom. Sir Isaac Newton inspired millions with his wisdom. So, there are 3 and you speak It's not matching. So, what I am telling you is it will not match, but the idea is when the data is already small, you give just a half of it, fluency will not be able to calculate. It's a very short audio. So, 4, 5, 6 words you speak everything correctly, or at least you speak 90% of them, so that you get a better score. Hope you are getting it. All these are the new things that I am talking about, the new updates, the new things that will definitely aid you get better marks. Okay, let's quickly move on to Retell lecture. Retell lecture 6 to 8 marks, 2 questions are there. The old tricks, speak fluently. Some people were using keywords. I would suggest avoid using them. Don't fumble. Yes, you are not supposed to fumble. Use any template, that's totally fine. That's the old trick, but the new trick, almost the same, but use phrases instead of keywords for a better marks in listening. Recently, I made a video on a new strategy or new experiment wherein we spoke only keywords for Retell lecture and summarized spoken text. We got some marks, and we used phrases and we got better marks. So with this, I am telling you, confidently I am telling you, use phrases, avoid keywords, only because it is very easy to write phrases. Check out my Retell lecture video. I have clearly explained how to write phrases. You listen for 5 seconds, write for 5 seconds. Don't do both. Don't mix up things. And don't try to make sense when you speak. This is the new trick. What people think, oh, software is like Isaac Newton, it can understand everything. So I have to speak logically correct, not required. In speaking, nothing is required, only fluency and some content. You try to make sense, that's where you fumble. Grammatically correct sentence, I want to speak, so I fumble, try to correct the grammar, all gone case man, marks gone. Grammar is not important. Whatever you written, just do it. It's like in our course, we teach the Retell lecture as in read aloud. Speak the Retell lecture thinking it is read aloud. In the read aloud, do you change the words? No. Whatever is there you speak. Retell lecture. Whatever you have written, just speak. I will show you demonstration. And only fluency counts. So this is a template. Any template is fine, but I would always recommend use a template which has more number of words to get a better fluency. It's not like I am against other templates. You can use the speaker said, speaker said, speaker said. Well, if you already have low mark, then don't use it. Use this, you get a better marks for your speaking. The lecture gives the important key points and that. It has that flow. In the beginning, the speaker explained about, later speaker mentioned about the importance of, here the speaker was ideally pointing at the fact that, in conclusion, the lecture gives the important key points about. So we have these 5 lines. So let's say this is what you have written. Moment of science. This was supposed to be moment of science. Let's say from the audio you have written, I am not showing the demonstration. Moment of science from outside, logically completely nonsensical. Grammar wise wrong, off is missing. From the outside something has to come, but I don't care. Whatever I have written, I will speak. This is what the strategy of Retell lecture. Scrub jays fell apart. Blue jays notorious. Blue jays are notorious, are being notorious. Were some auxiliary verb has to come, you have not written. It's totally fine. Birds momentarily eat food. Brain is missing in the bird, but I have not written. Is in the. It's totally fine, man. So now what matters is your courage. People don't think about it and start speaking. The lecture gives the important key points and the relevant information about moment of science from being out. They try to correct. Psychologically, they think if they speak a grammatically correct sentence or logically correct sentence, they get better mark. No mark for that. The lecture gives the important key points and relevant information about moment science from outside. In the beginning, the speaker explained about scrub jays fell apart. Later speaker mentioned about the importance of blue jays notorious. Here the speaker was ideally pointing at the fact that birds momentarily eat food. In conclusion, the lecture gives the important key points about brain missing bird. Full marks. On the other hand, you try to fix the grammar. You try to fix the logic, then marks gone. This is the new technique, new trick. Remember and identify. Write the phrases rather, don't write only the keywords. We will quickly move on to the summarized spoken text. Similar technique as the Retell lecture. The old trick, write keywords, people were writing. Write 51 words because Pearson says 50 to 70 words. 51 is enough. Old trick. Check for spelling, check for grammar, use any template. But the new trick for a better mark is always write the phrases instead of keywords. Don't try to make sense when you write. Logically, you don't have to be perfect. It is logically not making sense. It's okay. Grammar wise, you need to be very, very perfect, which is not required in Retell lecture. But in here, grammar is very, very important. Logic is not important. Let's say audio said, the boy went to the market, and you said, market went to the boy. Let's say, no problem. Grammatically, it's a correct sentence. A noun is coming after the verb, auxiliary verb, to is there, preposition, the is there, article. So what I am telling you is, don't worry too much about the logic. Let's say you miss that word. Hey, add any other word, man. Change it, edit it, do whatever you want. Grammatically, it should be perfect. Use compound and complex sentence. Yes, this is where I am coming at. New trick, you use this, grammar marks is going up extra 2-3 marks people are getting in listening and writing because of using compound and complex sentences. Don't write 51 words. Let's say you have written less number of data. Nakul, how do I add? Max I can reach 51 only. Add any dummy data. In the end, the lecture proved to be really beneficial for those who have a better life during this century. This will add another 14 words, 68 words or anything, any dummy data is fine in the worst case, not all the time. But yes, try to write 65 to 70 words in the best case possible, 66, 68, always better. I recommend people to write 65 to 70 words, not 51 words for a better score in your listening and writing. Avoid using keywords, use phrases and try to write as much as possible using compound complex sentences. Use the template which has less words. Don't follow the Retell lecture template here. Retell lecture template itself will cover around 40 words. Then you add 10-15 words, no marks, listening and writing will go down. Use template which has less words. The speaker talked about. Firstly, he said. Secondly, then he mentioned, that's it. The lecture gives the important key points and the relevant. It has 10 words there. Don't use those. Content marks will go down. 2-3 marks, you will fall short. In listening and writing, both. This is very important because with one stone, it is killing 2 birds. First bird's name is listening, second bird name is writing. Both will go down at least by 2-3 marks, I am telling you. So this is what the template the talk was about. Firstly, the speaker talked about. Later, the speaker said. Furthermore, the speaker provided information on. In the end, the speaker left an important note on. So now this is a typical answer written by my student. I have just flicked it and showing you here. The talk was about taking student loan and compound sentence. I am 45 years old. It's 2 small phrases, taking student loan, I am 43 years. 2 small things taken, not big sentences written. Firstly, the speaker talked about student loan, which relative clause, this is a complex sentence, which is taking 15 years or which takes 15 years or which was taking 15 years, which will be taking 15 years. You can alter the way you want it. It does not matter. You don't have to write exactly as you hear from the audio, but if you write well and good, it makes the software's job more easier. You can edit it, let few of the words match, which is taking 15 years because of the family background, because of the word because and which. This is a complex sentence. Later, the speaker said borrowing money from government is not good. Simple sentence. Furthermore, the speaker, very sorry, provided has to come, provided imperative information on taking realistic income during her studies. See, her is not fitting here as well as per the logic. Who is her? She is not mentioned, but logic doesn't matter. Grammatically, sentence is correct, you will get the mark. Simple sentence. In the end, the speaker left an important note on taking student loan. This is perfectly fine. This is 65 words. If I add speaker provided imperative information, it would be 66 words. It has 1 compound, 1 complex, 3 simple sentence. Perfectly fine, man. You will get 8 out of 8. If 2 question comes, 100%, 8 marks to listening, 8 marks to writing, 16 marks you will get. I can write on a bond paper. Trust me on this. Any doubts, do leave a comment in the comment section. Continuing, listening, fill in the blanks, the old trick. Listen, carefully you listen. Whatever you listen, write the correct word. Check for spelling, correct? Listen carefully to SS sounds. He developed this project. Develop or develops or developed. Hey, listen carefully. 2 years, I don't have third. It's so difficult sometimes to understand whether they are pronouncing that S sound or not. Correct? The old trick is listen carefully and write. The new trick, let's apply some grammar. Use the article concept to discern, to distinguish singular or plural. If I is there, this would be singular. If I is not there, this would be plural. The is there, you cannot distinguish. If the dash, the boys, both are correct. But boy is wrong, a boy. If A is not there, it should be boys. Remember, if A is not there, put plural. Most of the times it will be perfect. We will show the demonstration in just a while. Use subject verb agreement to understand words with S and without S. What is subject verb agreement? He eats. They eat. In a nutshell, subject, noun and a verb. Agree saying if you are singular noun, the verb will say I will add yes to myself. Singular noun, yes to myself. The chef cooks, the elephant walks, the computer stores. If it is plural noun, I will not add s. Elephants walk. The places give. So, if plural is there, this will not be s. Using this we can solve a lot of things. I will show you a demonstration in just a while. Use tenses to distinguish between verb 1 and verb 2. If entire sentence in the past tense. Earlier in the 18th century, Sir Isaac Newton developed this project. Develop is wrong, developed, but they will never say developed, they'll say developed, develop. It's you at the end of the day decide, oh, this Isaac Newton is not probably momentarily living right now, he was in the past, and the entire sentence is talking about some old century. This should be verb 2. Ed, kill or killed, develop or developed, using grammar you can fix it. Capital or small letter doesn't make any difference. After full stop, if you want, you start the sentence or start the word with capital letter. Even small letter will do, all those doesn't matter, that's a new trick. So, let us do this. With A is not there, so you know what has to come. They can give something and hobbyist stargazers. We will see what it is. High powered something, high powered switch. High powered switch. A is not there, switches. So, what I am telling you, before even listening to the audio, I know if this is a singular noun or plural, this is plural, we will come back on this. Do have a specific quality, a specific process. If A is not there, plural. If this is plural, this is they that eat, here S will not come. If before even starting the audio, I know if S comes or not, that is the new trick. In our course, listening fill in the blanks itself is around like more than 5,000 questions are there with these kind of tricks. But I am giving you as much as I can here. We will just play the audio, try doing it at your end. Ready?
The best binoculars for stargazing can compete with telescopes when it comes to observation of the heavens. Like 2 mini telescopes strapped together, they can give astronomers and hobbyist stargazers solid, stereoscopic views of the stars from millions of light years away. High-powered binoculars can be a much more sensible purchase for skywatching at night for some because they're also useful during the day. But stargazing binoculars do have specific qualities that make them better for viewing dim stars and galaxies.
Alright, so hope you are getting it. We will just show the answer, we will just from the beginning we will start, I will explain you in detail.
The best binoculars for stargazing can compete with telescopes.
Telescopes. If it is telescope, with a telescope has to come. Its S has to come.
When it comes to observation of the heavens. Like 2 mini telescopes strapped together, they can give astronomers and hobby.
They can give an astronomer. If an is not there, astronomers. S has to come, but spelling of astronomer also makes a huge difference.
Stargazers solid, stereoscopic views of the stars from millions of light years away. High-powered binoculars can.
A high-powered binocular. A is not there, binoculars. S has to come.
Be a much more sensible purchase for skywatch. But stargazing binoculars do have specific qualities that
do have a specific quality. If A is not there, then it is qualities. If this is plural, they eat, qualities that makes or make. They eat, qualities make, not makes. Listen carefully.
Make them better.
Make, not makes. So, using this we can solve a lot of things. Just the two concepts, article and subject verb agreement. In our paid course, subject verb agreement is around 5-hour chapter. Article is around 4-hour chapter. So, that is what if you want to learn them in detail, not with just with respect to the exam, but with respect to overall well-being, that you need to improve on your English and lot many things, join us, we will guide you with everything. Everything has been covered in the exam, but here as well, whatever it is possible for me, to the best of my knowledge, I am covering it up here as well. So, that is the new trick for listening fill in the blanks. We will move on to highlight incorrect words. The old trick, listen and highlight the incorrect words. Correct? There will be an audio, there will be text. They listen to the audio, whichever word is not spoken in the audio, you click. That is a straightforward trick. But the new trick, psychologically what happens? We read what we listen. I will show you what I meant. Don't read what you listen, read what is shown. Let us say you are reading and in that it is written, a boy went to the market. and the audio is a girl went to the market. Now you are reading and listening same time. Instead of reading what is shown to you, you end up reading what you listen. That's the major problem. What exactly I meant, I'll show you, but don't read what you listen. Read what is shown. Listening skill, no problem, everybody listens, but reading skill is the problem. We end up reading what we listen. No, read what is there, read what is there, listen separately, read separately. That's a new trick. I'll just do this. Let's say how many of you can give the correct answer. Maybe you can count the words. Let's not highlight them because it's the video here. Let's say you count and let's see how many of you can count the correct number of words.
Humans have been seeing strange things on the surface of Mars for centuries. Perhaps it's because, other than Earth, Mars is the closest thing in the solar system to a habitable planet, or perhaps it's simply because it's close enough to get a pretty good look at. Either way, Earthlings have been fooled time and again by the rocky Martian surface and their own psychology. From spooky, humanoid figures to books, bears, and beetles, here are some of the most iconic illusions humans have spotted on the red planet.
I've got 6 words. I'll just help you with what exactly I meant.
Humans have been seeing strange things on the surface of Mars.
So people listen to the word surface. Pay more attention. Here we listen to the word surface, and here don't read it as surface. Read it as surpass, man. Read what is given. Don't get distracted by what you listen. This is the new trick. This people don't do. We end up reading what we listen. Lack of consciousness. Correct?
Mars for centuries. Perhaps it's
Prepare, not perhaps. This is prepare, but both of them starts with P. Perhaps and prepare. Be careful.
because, other than Earth, Mars is the closest thing in the solar system to a habitable planet.
Habitable, man. Read it as habitat. Don't read it as habitable. You listen to the word habitable doesn't mean that habitable is there. You read what is given to you. Don't read what you listen. Hope you're getting it.
Or perhaps it's simply because it's close enough to get a pretty good look at. Either way, Earthlings have been fooled time
Have been fooled time, not failed time.
and again by the rocky Martian surface and their own psychology. From spooky, humanoid figures
Avoid.
to books, bears, and beetles, here are some of the most iconic illusions humans have
Illusion,
spotted on the red
illustration.
planet.
So you heard the word illusion. Don't read that word as illusion. Read it as illustration. Read what you see. Don't read what you listen. This is where you need the practice. Reading skills. Read book, automatically things will be fixed. But yes, to let you know, this is a new trick that I've come across. Alright, we go to write from dictation. The old trick everyone knows, listen, write, add extra words, add extra spellings and all those things. But the new trick is something really nice. Wait for it. Listen. Write short notes. Some people write one first letter of each. You can write if it is working for you. I personally don't recommend, because when you come back and try to expand it, you may have forgotten what you wrote. Correct? Write short notes. I'll show you what exactly I meant. Add extra words. What to add? If there is a noun, singular noun, plural noun. Mango, mangoes. Market, markets. Boy, boys. Development, developments. Whenever there is a noun, add both. Whenever there is a verb, he eats mangoes. Eat or eats. Eat or ate or eats. Verb 1, verb 2, verb S. Add all the possibilities. And add extra spellings. And hold on. Add for any sentence, you can add multiple things to this as well. Ye, and, the, to, in, on, at, is, was, and. These are the common things without which you cannot make any sentence. Usually 99% of the times, especially lengthy ones. Prepositions are very, very important. Articles are very, very important. And conjunction or connectors are very, very important. You can append multiple things to this list as well, but this is what I have given considering most of the sentences. For any question, you will add this in the end. Let's see. Let's see a small demonstration. This is the audio.
Education is a passport, opening doors to countless opportunities and experiences.
Education is a passport, opening doors to countless opportunities and experiences. Education is a passport, opening doors to what? To your favorite celebrity? No, to the countless opportunities, and I actually forgot.
Education is a passport, opening doors to countless opportunities and experiences.
So the moment I listen, I understand them. Education is a passport, opening doors to countless opportunities and experiences. 3 phrases are there. I'll start writing like this. What is this, Nakul? Spanish, is it? Education is passport, A, to and all I am not writing, they told education is a passport. Opening doors, to count, I am not writing to. And to, is, was, because you don't have time, is also you can remove. In the end, simply is, was, are, were, am, everything you can add. Education is passport, opening door, countless, opportunity, experience. The next step, quickly, I'll expand. Education is passport, opening doors, countless, opportunities, experiences. If you remember it is opportunities, you write opportunities. Otherwise, opportunity doesn't matter. Next, anyway, we are going to add. Now, what to add? Singular noun, plural noun. Passport, passports. Door, doors. Opportunities, opportunity. Experiences, experience. Singular noun, plural noun. And then verb 1, verb 2, verb s. Opening, ing is already there. Open, opened, opening, opens. If you really want, add all. Countless, no need to add. I think that's all the verbs are there. Now, what else to add? A and the, to, on, in, as, was, is, if you want, and everything you add. This is what my answer looks like. For any question. Nakul, are you sure we can do this? My tutor told me not to do. You can do it. Will I get less marks? No. But if you get 40, it is not because of this. It's because you are not writing anything. Simply adding extra words will not give, it has to match. Now let me show. 11 words are there. I added so many words. Is it matching? See, if education is there, you get mark. Even after adding lot of words. If you don't write education, obviously marks will go down. Hope you are getting it. Simply adding will not get marks. You add those which you heard, then you get the marks. But simply I added like this, will I get negative marking? Nothing like that. Every day people are getting 90 in my course. You can check our YouTube community post. On an everyday basis, we are sharing 90 overall. How to do the scoring? Education is there, 1 mark. Is. A, here it is not there, but in the end I have added A. You add multiple A's, multiple the if you want. Passport, passport, matching. Opening, opening, doors, doors. To is here. Nakul, are you sure we can write in any order? It need not be in the sequence, Countless, countless opportunities and experiences, and I have written here experiences. Easy peasy, no? The new trick works. But yes, this is important. The first step. All these are like pickles, side dishes. Main course is what? The biryani is this. This if you learn to write, then you get the marks. Just by adding things and all, probably will not get a very good score. This if you have got it correctly and then you add extra words, 100% 90 overall. Alright, I really hope you guys enjoyed this session of old trick versus the new trick, what needs to be avoided, what needs to be replaced, what needs to be adopted. Well, if you like the video, do leave your appreciation with a thumbs up and do leave a comment as to how you felt the video. If you have any doubts as well, do leave a comment. With this, I'll park it here, guys. Thanks much. This is Nakul signing off from Skills PT. Anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance, you can WhatsApp us to the number given there. I'll be there. We will be there to help you, guide you in the right direction. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button and hit that bell icon for the future updates. With this, I'll park it here soon. I'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.